Hello everybody, and today we're going to be talking about the time that I had on Roblox, Brookhaven, and this random story time that in the time of recording this happened not even an hour ago, and it's one of the most insane things ever, and I'm actually so lost on this entire experience. It's crazy. So enough of the talking, let's get right into it. Okay, so this entire scenario started off with me just playing Brookhaven with my friends, and specifically Orb Guy and another friend of ours, and we just started playing Brookhaven like normal, and it was going smooth. Except not even a second later, I holded that orb guy by gunpoint in the game. We're talking about Brookhaven here. And I kidnapped him and then our other friend, and I brought them to my house and I locked them in the tree house, and that was a whole situation. They stole my money, but they couldn't escape. It was crazy, but that part doesn't really matter to the story. Anyways, at one point I let them escape and they ran off, and Orb Guy, this is very important to the story, his skin was he was basically Peter Griffin but as a dog, so he was my pet. And then our other friend, basically we played this off like I was the son. Our friend was which we'll just call, I guess, Pay. Yeah, that's okay. Pay, and Pay was the mom, I was the little child, and then Ultimate Orb was basically the dog, and that's a key part in the story. Okay, then when I let them escape, they ran off in a excavator, which if you guys don't know that, it'll be on the screen right now. They ran off in that, and that was a whole situation. They ran off without me, and they kicked me. Well, I went in, but they kicked me out, and it was a whole thing. And then I was chasing after them, and in that while that I was chasing after them, I found somebody who looked like Taylor Swift. When I found the person who looked like Taylor Swift, I saw they were singing a song, and they had a freaking microphone or something. So of course I had to join in, and I started singing too. And then out of nowhere, I pulled out a minigun, and I started shooting the Taylor Swift clone. And then that Taylor Swift clone eventually pulled out a bomb, and then exploded me, and I eventually fell to the ground, and I was basically dead. After that, she literally picked me up, went across the entire Brookhaven map, went to the cemetery, and just put me in a grave, and leave me there, and just ran away. I think she left the game. I don't know what happened, but yeah, she left me there, and it was a whole thing. Then after a while, my friends Pay and the Ultimate Orb came and got me out the grave. In that time, Pay took the excavator, and she ran off. And so basically then Orb Guy started chasing her, and basically he eventually caught up to her, and they basically ran off without me, and I was chasing them. When I started chasing them, eventually I stopped, and I went into this hospital, which was an ER hospital that was very far away from where I initially was. And I went inside to see if anybody could take care of me, because I literally exploded. When I made it to the hospital, there was this this part is important. There was this doctor, and she said, "What do you want, child?" She was very aggressive. I was like, "Oh yeah, I exploded by Taylor Swift." And then she was like, "What the hell?" And then I eventually called over my friends. They came to check on me, and I was like, "Oh yeah, this is my family." And the whole time, that Orb Guy was basically peeing everywhere and dying. And then and then the doctor was taking care of me. She did surgery on me, and it was a whole thing. And in that time, Pay left, and after Pay left, the doctor started shooting me for no reason. I don't know what it was for. And then I ran off, and she did an x-ray on me. She was like, oh, I'm so sorry. And then she did an x-ray on me. And while she was doing an x-ray, she accidentally trapped, little orb guy, and he pretended to die, and he basically died. And then I was like, doctor, help my dog, he's dying. And then doctor was like, no, I don't really give a hell. And then so eventually I just picked them up and we left. And then here comes the best part and my favorite part of the entire story. When we were leaving, for some reason our doctor was like chasing us. It was very weird, but eventually this girl came up to me and gave me an invitation saying, hey, do you wanna go to a quinceañera at the barn, which like it's a very beautiful place in Brookhaven. I honestly love that place so much. And I was like, sure. And then I took little orb guy with me, and we basically had a fun time. We went and we just got told to sit down and that the quinceañeras would come out anytime soon. Quick little fact for you guys, the quinceañera is just a 15th birthday for Hispanic people. That's what it is. That's all it is. I'm not gonna go any further in explanation, but you guys can search it up if you want more information on what it is. We made it to the quinceañera, and like over time, like it took a while. A few people arrived, but they wouldn't stay seated, so they were kicked down. But me and little orb guy were just there chilling, along with the doctor that left a few minutes afterwards. But the entire time, little orb guy was peeing, and that was I think the most chaotic thing ever. The quinceañeras themselves came out, and it was two twins, and he said that basically oh hell no, they're twins. And then after that, we got our food, we got our tacos, and I said to the host of the party, I said, hey, I'm only here for the food, can I get some tacos? She was like, of course. And then after that, we just like, me and host became friends over time, and we were talking to each other, and it was very fun. And I was also bonding with the quinceañera, so that was cool. Eventually, orb guy started choking on a taco and then died. And then left, and this is where like it gets annoying, and I didn't really like this part. But basically the quinceañeras were rehearsing, and then little orb guy came out with his excavator and ruined the entire party, and ran over the two quinceañeras and the horse that one of the quinceañeras was going on. Eventually everyone was getting mad. They were like hating on him, and I honestly told him to stop. He didn't stop, but yeah, he ruined that. And then eventually he went inside of the little tent the quinceañera was taking place in. He pulled out a freaking tank and just ruined the entire party, until everyone got so mad that they said they were gonna report him. So he left, but we were on a call, so he was still talking with me. And with that, I started talking with everyone, and we were playing along, and I said, excuse my friend, and they were like, it's okay, it's not your fault. The one quinceañera came out on a horse, and another one just walked, which was honestly kind of sad to see. But you know, it's not, I didn't create the quinceañera. And then I had to leave because I had to do something, and that eventually, like, it was sad. It was coming to an end. It was actually fun until it wasn't. And then I just said bye to everybody. Anyways, yeah, so I said bye to everybody. Everybody said bye to me. The quinceañera said bye to me. The host said, have an amazing rest of your day and be safe. I said same to you. I left, and it was crazy. Now, that experience was definitely an experience I will remember forever. It's very random and chaotic, but I honestly think it's very fun to just experience that. And I love the beauty of Roblox itself and being able to talk with other people. And I just gotta say, we need more people like those. And yeah, Roblox, I guess I still have faith in Roblox, and that's what I'm trying to say. And just, yeah, being with friends is fun, I guess. So yeah, that's all to the story itself. If you guys liked the video, please consider subscribing. I'm not forcing anything on you, but if you liked the video, there's always a subscribe button. It's free and you can click it anytime. You can change your mind anytime, and you can hear more from me. I'll probably start doing these storytime videos. I don't know. But thank you guys for watching, and have an amazing rest of your day. Good night, everybody.